Hey everyone, how you doing today? Thought I'd take another look at the workshop and see what was out there, and got a lot of really cool creations to check out again this week. Several of these creations are actually from last month's Designers Challenge to build a combat CV. So some of the creations are going to be of a combat CV. The first one here, however, though, is the Scarab RE2 by Atriace. I'm not sure if this one was in that challenge or not. I don't. It might have been. It might have been, actually. I think it was. I do recall seeing this in that challenge. But very, very cool looking ship here. Definitely got to say that. I'm just kind of admiring the block work and the angles and the two-tone, well, several tones with the color. Especially you got a pretty bold orange, like armor plating color over the top side, but the underside is left mostly in different shades of gray. And it looks really cool that way. It really does. It kind of looks like a separate armored shell on the top of it, be it a Scarab, of course. And killer looking thruster set up here too. I mean, look at the all this fancy stuff going on here. I like this way it's going about the thrusters. It's a little bit of a deception too, because some of these thrusters are not real, at least at the moment. I was curious if there was a place to put one there, but you actually have like your forward thrusters here, but this is at least the backside of this is just for cool looking visuals mainly, but it's also holding real thrusters in there, just not in the direction that it looks like it would be. Which is really cool. I definitely like that. You can see you got your lift thrusters. Actually, these are the down thrusters. The lift thrusters are where are they at? Oh yeah, actually somewhere else entirely, like down over here. And another big one right in the center there. Speaking of the bottom side of the ship, we got to check that out too. So it looks like we've got a little fire zone over here. got some wires. Now this looks really cool. And then we got a front entry ramp right in that location. At least I know one of the ways to get aboard this. Let's fly along the top side here a little bit too. Yeah, that looks really cool. I don't know what else to say. This roundish cutout in here too. It seriously looks like some kind of radar mechanism or something like that. Really cool how it's painted around here. There's a row of thin blocks that are kind of matching the brightly colored hull color, or the top of the hull. And then yeah, this structure in the middle here too, which is just very, very cool to see. Now it looks like we've got another way aboard over here. And again, my frame rate has been exceptionally bad today looking at these builds, and I don't really know why that is. I don't have my settings up too high, but it just seems like it's been a little choppy, to say the least here. It's not super bad. It's not super bad, but definitely noticeable. But yeah, very, very cool looking ship. I like its stance when it's on the ground as well. And obviously, we've got some big old hangar doors on the sides to get in there too. But yeah, it's just there's a lot to look at here with the block work and the formations going on here. Looks very, very cool. Very, very cool. The author really took a lot of time and care and effort into making this hull, at least so far, look super, super impressive. But we haven't even checked out the inside yet. Speaking of that, here I think I'm going to come through. Rather than even the hangar door, I'm going to come through this front boarding ramp here, I think. Let me adjust the lighting. Hopefully I didn't go too dark there, but we'll see if it's, again, too dark on the inside. I'll raise the outdoor lighting some. So as soon as we walk in, it looks like we've got an elevator, obviously. But right up here, this isn't actually the bridge area. This is more of an observation deck with a really cool, almost bridge-like glass canopy around it. And we got a bunch of utility functions in here too. A fridge and food processor. Got to have your kitchen cabinet over there. Let's go back this way a second. So we got a couple of storage controllers. We got our teleporter right over here. Oh, I like that extra. Oh, you notice that extra effect there with the LCD ring that appears when it activates by walking on it. That is really, really cool. Nice added touch there. Oh, and it automatically disables the shields too. So yeah, gotta love the automation there. That's a really slick idea because it doesn't let you teleport when the shields are on. So if you get on that, it turns off the shield. I got to see how that works. But yeah, it would make sense. Yeah, you could turn off the shield. You could do that in so like a control. So yeah, that's an awesome idea. Actually, I think it's been mentioned for me to do that before too, and I believe I forgot. So, but that is a great idea. So over here we have a fusion reactor room. It looks like it works with the large fusion reactor or the small version. So either one. Cool looking room, by the way, too. I like how the grays and the blues and the lighter colors and darker colors are all fitting together really, really well here. I like the texturing as well. Kind of neat how the ceiling's almost like blacked out in certain areas, but then you see the a lot of the gray metal work around it and things like that. Again, looks awesome. Looks awesome. So, all right, let's go up this elevator here a second. Looks like we got a couple decks here. And I get over here by the bridge. Yeah, this looks really cool. You know, believe it or not, I wasn't sure how I was gonna like it, but like the ceiling is obviously using a really dark color. It might be just straight up black, but it looks really cool having the lighter like blockwork accents on top of that. Like you see, like all this kind of fades away to nothing, but then you see this. It almost looks like you're outside a little bit. I don't know. It's a really cool look. Layout in here looks really impressive too. So over on this side here, wow, look at that LCD. That's a big one. Yeah, that's cool. So yeah, we got our production room over here. Some big fancy LCDs all around the area to just make it look that much cooler. Plus we have our universal constructor. Looks like a whole bunch of small constructors in here. Looks like 6 on this side. Let's go over to the other side. And over here, it looks like we got a medical bay. Our O2 extra fridge over here. Our shower over there with a high intensity UV light or something. We haven't been to the bridge yet, but hold on. I just wanted to look at this stuff. We got our armor locker and repair bay and our weapon locker. Repair console for a repair bay. And even the LCDs over here, obviously medical, production. And then we get into through a blast door up to the main bridge. And again, like the rest of the ship, this looks really cool too. Yeah, that's neat. So we've got some heads-up display here, and it's obviously we're landed. Our harvesters are off, and the cannons are off. Now, when you land this build, it automatically does a bunch of stuff. It must it's using the landing gear as a feature essentially. So, like if I were to lift this off the ground a little bit, it will change a few things. It will basically. Oh, actually, it didn't. I thought it was going to raise this up. I might have manually opened that up. Or maybe it just needs to be reset. But yeah, a bunch of things take place when you when this thing's parked. So I think we're landed. But for some reason, I think a little game thing's going on in creative mode here where it's... No, yeah, okay, so we're landed. Here, I'm going to take off again. See if that changes. For some reason, it's not. I don't believe it's any fault of the ship, though. I just think there's some bugs going on with switches and sensors and things that I've been seeing in creative mode here, sometimes showing these. Alright, so I'm going to get back to that elevator, and let's go up one more. I'm not sure if there's another deck up here, or... Oh, there is another deck up here. Oh, yeah, we did actually see part of that from the top side as well. Here, let me, I'm going to walk across this way a second to the CPU room. Oops. That was my fault. Yeah, cool looking CPU room as well. So we got our main core right over there. It's like a couple basics, a couple improved. I'm not sure the CPU on this build yet, so we'll check that out. Looks like some advanced CPU cores back over here as well. Slots for more CPU cores. And a cool looking catwalk. I like how the railings are in a different color. That kind of stands out. Kind of reminds me of like a a high-end sports car or something like that. On how it might be colored. So over here, looks like we got an advanced generator. Actually, a couple of them on this side. And we've got a slot for another one. So it's actually running 3 advanced generators currently in the build here. But it does have a slot for a 4th, plus your fusion reactors. We got some big old turbines in here too. Oh, check that out. Staircase going right down into there. And yeah, well, at least one over there. We got a slot for another large plasma turbine. We got a bridge backup. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, check this out. Yeah. So, like a rear bridge as well. So, yeah, it still has a first-person view. But it would be safer, if you're doing combat operations, probably flying in this bridge versus the one on the front of the ship. Harder to hit back here, basically. That is a nice option, too. Oh, and check this long-range radar array room. That looks really cool. I like the texture lights around there. A couple more storage controllers in the section. I think this might block me from... No, let's let me walk through there. Wow, we got stuff everywhere. That's cool. So we got a deconstructor right here. And I noticed the background color of the deconstructor looks kind of bad. It's got like a particular kind of glass that's kind of gray. And if you're trying to go with a darker theme, it looks really strange, out of place, kind of. But what the author did here, actually using some xenoblocks back there as a texture light behind where the deconstructor goes and makes it like a big light. That's cool. That is a slick idea on how to deal with that issue. It looks like it's kind of doing that over here as well on this deconstructor. And we got a lot of deconstructors here. So yeah, quite a bit of salvage operations going on in here. It's so cool how you could kind of walk underneath that long-range radar array here as well. And then over here, it looks like we got our warp drive. We'll check in the P menu, see if we're looking at a 30 or 60 light year one. And check out the shield and stuff too. I'm sure it's got a shield. I didn't see the shield parts yet, but I believe they exist. I'm pretty sure they do somewhere. Really cool setup here though. And I think I've toured the whole ship here. I hope. Well, anyway, here, let's get the lights back on. Take a look at some numbers here. Again, really awesome looking ship. A lot of time, attention to detail, and really cool block work. Nice idea on the whole build. Yeah, very nice, very nice. All right, so unlock level 25, size class 8, 43 forward, 14 strafing, 39 lift, 36 reverse, 14 down. Running 27 fuel tanks, 10 oxygen tanks. We do have a 8-pack of laser drills on here for its harvesting, which is another great feature for this. So this is also a CV miner. And we basically, I don't believe it's a combat ship. I was thinking it was, but I'm starting to think it's not necessarily a dedicated combat ship. But it could do some combat operations. It does have some offensive combat weapons like these, modulated laser turrets. Maybe not. 17-hour and 25-minute build time. Does use quite a lot of quantum processors in the build. And some other parts in the mix there, too. Let's take a look at the CPU on here. So, yeah, it's going to be over Core 9. So Core 9, the new Core 9 is 900,000 CPU. So this is at over 1 million by a little bit. Oh, look at the devices in here. The author even went through and like restructured this whole grouping. Now I can't hit my auto group and look at things. But it is a, I believe it's all set up very nicely here already. So a Core 10 makes sense. It'll be a Core 9, plus it has one quantum extender in it. Cargo. I'll look at this in the cargo menu, but look at all the time and detail to color code and label like everything in the build there too. That's again a lot of extra work. And I could trash it instantly by doing this auto group, but I just can't do that. This is too cool. All right, let's take a look at the storage here a second. Oh, I did want to check out the warp drive and the shield strength as well. So storage, yep, very, very nicely color-coded and labeled as well. So we got a harvest controller at 320, decon output and input at 640 each, production output and input at 640 each. Then we have some other cargo. Oh, this is real cargo too. Wow, one was 320 there on armor. Got a 640 there, 640 for ingots. 640 for markets, 256 for plates, another 320 for weapons. Plus we got an ammo controller at 320k. These got to be boxes, right? Yeah, okay. Boxes here, well, and a Pentaxid supply. That's not the actual Pentaxid tank. Overflow. God, we even got more storage. We got the overflow alpha and beta. Wow, and beta's at 640 by itself. Salvage intake. Oh, man. And salvage as well. 2 more 640s. Holy smokes. Yeah, this has a lot of storage on it. More so than I thought it did. I did see a lot of controllers as we were walking through there, but yeah, it's got more than I would have imagined. I don't even know how much storage it's got, but I would say over 10 640s if you totaled it all out. Somewhere in there. I have to get out a calculator to figure it all out, but yeah, that is really, really cool. Okay, one last thing. I want to lift this off the ground one more time in the daylight this time. For some reason, it's like the landing gear sensor thing isn't working right now, but it did when I first landed it. Obviously, I spawned it above ground, and then I parked it, and then everything opened up and came down like it was supposed to, but now it feels like it's not detecting the landing gears being up, so it can't trip the other things that were supposed to take place. It's not the author's fault. It's just a weird bug in the game right now. Not sure why that is. So one thing I wanted to do here, a couple things actually, is let's check out the P menu options. Okay, shield strength 73,079 stock. Here, I'm gonna reset some of these controls here. I wanted to see if those yeah, something's just weird with the game right now. I don't know if there was an update that broke stuff, but these laser drills are supposed to be out right now, and for whatever reason they're not, and I don't know why. It's even on the P menu to be out. I would consider those to be the harvesters. Is anything responding? Shield is. Maybe the turrets did. Let's try the cannons as well. I just wanted to see the harvesters, but for some odd reason, they're not being very responsive. Yeah, on harvest. I'm not sure exactly why that is. I would imagine you would have that problem in the game, though. For some reason, I'm having some issues here with this now. All right, so one last thing. If I can find it, let me get into the devices. Oh, did I already screw this up? Did I hit auto group here? I did. I screwed it, did I? Or it just expanded everything. I was just trying to find the warp drive in the list here. Oh, man, I don't even know where to look for it. Here, there's another way. Get out a multi-turret or multi-tool. And we got the advanced warp drive, 60 light year. So that's what I wanted to look at. But yeah, really, really awesome ship. Definitely like this build. Cool name too. I've been using that name quite a bit over time. Not for a ship like this though. Nothing like this. All right. Well, anyway, again, this is the Scarab RE2 by Atriace. Very, very, very cool, detailed build. Huge amount of storage. Set up to do all your mining operations, utility, production. One thing I didn't see in here was a farming section, but I don't think it does that. But it does pretty much everything else. So, very, very cool build. Alright, so on to the next build here. Let's get this one powered up here. Turn off my HUD again. So, yeah, we got I don't see too many tanks. Oh, this one's already on. So, this is the Demolisher Reforged Eden 2 by Entei. Is it actually on? Oh, yes, it is. Yeah. It doesn't have a whole lot of texture lights that jump out at you. But, yeah, this looks like actually a big, heavy tank, which is really, really cool to see. A lot of tanks have been getting kind of smallish, and this one is not that. I kind of dig it. It's making it look possible to build larger type tanks and stuff again. So, super, super detailed. Here, I believe this is probably going to be a slot for... Well, actually, it looks like it's a first-person view from the pilot seat. Yeah, yeah, you don't put railguns on tanks. I was thinking it was like some kind of railgun slot, but that's not the case. And we got actually a reverse thruster way back over there coming through this slot. So it's actually got like a sort of a line of sight out of it, which is really interesting as well. Like all this pattern over here, it kind of gives it that armored... tanky look. That looks really cool. The colors look really good on it too. We got our, looks like strafing thrust down over in these areas, even with backed up with some extra block to make those thrusters look. Oh, actually, they're over there, and we got this in the middle. That's not even a thruster in the middle. Well, not there at least, not yet. There's probably an upgrade slot. We got a lot of weaponry or side guns. Same thing going on in the back. Kind of looks like you can pop in additional large thruster over on the one side there, but we do have one, again, behind the metal grates. And on our top view here, a couple artillery turrets over on the sides. Asymmetrical setup here on this top section. In fact, we've got a first-person like side cockpit right over here. Some guns in this big, like big turret part, and looks like it top mounts as well. Got a long-range radar, I believe, on the back here. Let's see if that's a real one or not. Yes, it is. So yeah, actual real radar and everything on here. Very, very cool build. It's a pretty good size for a tank too, I got to say. It's nice to see that. I think recently I just kind of made a video where I was showing like older tanks versus newer tanks, and I'm like, you know, with the restrictions on the CPU and everything, that things like tanks just got smaller and smaller and smaller. And this one's like breaking all the rules here. This one's like, nope, I'm gonna be a big tank, and I'm gonna get away with it. And I that is really cool. It's kind of encouraging actually to see it. All right, so let me adjust the lights and let's get aboard. Let's try there. Open sesame. Oh, we got double door here. I don't know if I think there's just something wrong with my game right now with the sensors or something. They're just like they're almost like they're not working properly. So inside we got some passenger seats. That looks really cool with the steam coming out of the sides here. A couple switches in back. And they actually got labels here. Force open exit. Okay, so that kind of reset. And what's this side? Also the same thing. So yeah, we got this cool switch control there. It's like back over here we're running, I think, man, there's so many parts that keep changing. I'm not sure what that is now. Okay, it is a shield part. I thought it was, but for some reason it looks way different than I remember it again. So maybe it's just the angle. I'm not sure, but that looks really cool. On the other side here, we've got yeah, more shield parts. After all, it is a tank. You definitely want that. It's cool how it's spinning like that. I don't remember them doing that, so this has got to be another update or something. Or it's been a while since I did a HV, maybe. That could be the case as well. So we got a clone chamber. Got our pilot seat right over here with technically a first-person view. which you can kind of see out of it. Whoop. A little bit. But you'd probably be using your third-person view primarily, but you could try to use the first person. It is cool. So yeah, combat video feed. Yeah, wouldn't that be awesome if we had real stuff? You could put a camera out there and project it on an LCD from inside. That would be amazing. Got a trauma station, which is a cargo box right over there. Wi-Fi up top. More boxes up here, which look like they're part of like the block work, which is really cool. Oh, there's a switch up here too. Aux core switch. Interesting. Let me hit that a second. That opened up something. I heard something open. It does look uniquely lighter back here now, doesn't it? Or maybe it's... not sure. Let me hit that again. Oh, wait. Maybe up top here? Is that what opened up? That could be. That would make sense here. Yeah, that's what it did. So we got a special compartment door there. I like all these switches with the labels around them. That looks really, really cool as well. The LCD work. Then, obviously, up into the bridge itself here, or the cockpit area, all kinds of LCD fanciness, like this combat feed thing going on in there too. Forgot to mention that it's got O2 and an armor locker right in the side there too. Constructor. Yeah, this thing's fully equipped with just about everything here. Plus some passenger seats. Kind of looks like the way it's set up, you could, yeah, if you modified a couple things, you could add in more passenger seats, it looks like, if you wanted to. But 3 is pretty good. Three's a good number there. Hold on, there's more up top here. Holy smokes. Hold on. Wow. Oh, this is the way to the external cockpit, which is right there. So, interesting. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that. So, from here on the ground, you can look up that way and hop right in the cockpit. Oh, that's cool. Well, that's cool. So this is how you get to this one. And it kind of drops you off right over here. Obviously, there's no way to go back the way you came into a prefab cockpit, which would be really nice if there was an option for that too. But yeah, that's cool. So that's how you access that extra first-person view cockpit up there, which would be, of course, a whole lot better view, but not as safe as the one in the heart of the tank there. So yeah, very, very cool build here. A lot of stuff going on in this one. Even the fact that you can top mount it as well with the landing gear up on the top there. That is cool. All right, so let's look at some numbers here. Unlock level 25, size class 3, 38 forward, 20 strafing, 38 reverse. Obviously, HV doesn't go up and down. 17 fuel tanks, 8 oxygen tanks. So we're running 8 laser cannon medium variants. We got 6 light missiles, 6 Gatling turrets, 2 heavy artillery turrets, plus our long-range radar. 4-hour and 54-minute build time. With the radar, okay, it needs the communication equipment. It is running a reactor, I believe. A HV version of a fusion reactor in it. That's why you need the reactor core and the shielding, heat exchangers, and some of the other parts. It is running 50 quantum processors in here. Even using some palladium ingot. Interesting. CPU-wise, pretty high on CPU, 53,000. Now, these stats might have changed too, so I'm not completely familiar with what changed on HVs. But I can say whatever CPU, it is running like a full set of quantum and auxiliary cores to hit the CPU numbers that it's at, which is quite high. I mean, 53,000, but I mean, that's kind of what it takes to build a premium tank like this too. I mean, if you want all the bells and whistles, pretty good sized shield, 31,514 on there. Let's take a look at your storage. We got an ammo controller at 27,500. Actually, 2 of those, right about the same level. One slightly different. But that is a lot of ammo storage. I mean, 2 of those, yeah, you're over 50K of ammo storage for a HV. That's quite impressive. And beyond that, I think we just have some boxes. And our main stuff like the Pentacted tank in there. Yeah, very, very cool build. Oh, and yeah, there's even more locations. It looks like a couple more turret locations over here. And I dare say that, I got to see on the inside, but it looks like this is a fake thing, and you could add in another strafing thruster there too. But honestly, I don't know what you could do to bring this up to higher CPU to really add more things to it, you know. That is a bit of a question. One last thing, since I'm looking, I just want to see if this is okay. This is actually an antimatter thruster in there, so that explains some things too. This one also is an antimatter. So thrusters are already high end on here, so you don't. It doesn't look well. Maybe not all of them, but some of them are at least. So yeah, that's cool. So again, this is the Demolisher Reforged Eden 2 by Entei. Very, very cool looking. Like, just reminds me of a really detailed old school big tank, you know, with a lot of firepower on it too, and everything else. So awesome build there. All right, so next build. There's quite a few to look at today, I got to say. One thing I had to mention too. Next week still is not episode 200, and I do plan on trying to get back to a build I tried to look at a few weeks ago for Reforged Eden Atlantis. Excuse me. I solved my mystery with where Reforged Atlantis is, and I had realized that I actually subbed it at some point in time in the past, and I actually have it in my scenario list. So I'm going to try that and take a look at a build that I missed a few weeks back now. So I just wanted to throw that out there too. All right, so the next build here is the JLN POE MOS, POLEMOS by RT Buko. And yeah, this looks nice too. So I would say this one, I believe, is a more of a dedicated combat CV, but we don't know for sure yet. It certainly looks like it with the big old, I believe, heavy weaponry in the back area of the ship. We have that probably a lot of armor and / decoys in the nose area here. But oh wait, this is on, right? Did I turn this on? It almost looks like the thrusters aren't on. Maybe they're not on. No, they're not on. Here, I'm gonna just turn on some things here. Let's turn on the shield too. Yeah, now it looks more on. Cool looking ship here. Like the block work, kind of going to the front there. We got a bridge that's a cool setup for the bridge. You got kind of a couple like extensions on the side, and it's kind of like the bridge is supported over the hull. I attempted to do that on some build fairly recently, but I didn't like the way my build was coming out. But this one's looking really good. The way it came out here. That's a cool looking thing. It almost looks like it's almost like a separate little CV parked in here, which is again really slick. We got our reverse thrusters over here. Let's see what kind of guns we're looking at. Quad laser batteries, heavy. Some heavy lasers. Those are some big ones to fit on a build too. Bunch of turrets on the bottom side over here. Again, cool looking block work throughout the build, and the general shape and presence is really cool. Let's take a look at the back here. So we got our forward thrust way back over here, kind of out of the way of everything else, which is a nice safety feature too, so that the AI wants to shoot at your rear thrusters and is successful, that they won't blow up the inside of your ship, basically. That's an interesting formation over here too. Well, yeah, it looks primarily decorative. I don't know if there might be some upgrade options as well. A lot of builds do have upgrade options, so we'll see once we get on the inside. But it's looking like it's kind of set up already to do some work here. And pretty much all the guns are back over there. Okay, since this is I believe a more dedicated combat ship, I'm going to fly, inside the front armor area here. look at the decoys and stuff. So yeah, we got some little decoy thrusters, a little decoy generator, turret there. And it looks like once you get past this point up into the shield is where the actual interior of the ship starts with real parts that aren't decoys, basically. I don't want to fly through there quite yet. I just want to check out that nose area there. Alright, so let's get aboard here. I think I'm going to come in this time through this door. Adjust the lights. So, start with, kind of backwards. I usually end up at the bridge last, but we'll start with the bridge first. So yeah, cool looking bridge, sitting back. Great place for a bridge on a combat CV, especially for a first person view. A couple passenger seats up here. Looks really nice. I like all these newer tables. They go with the aesthetics of the room here quite well. You know, a little bit of utility in here with Armor Locker 02. Yeah, right there. Alright, so let's go down. We got Wi-Fi kind of built into the elevator there, even protected, which is cool. We got another room back over there too. Alright, so oh yeah, so heads up information here. So bridge, quarters, medbay, CPU, warp drive, all kinds of stuff. I guess we'll just start touring here. I was looking at the sensor on the line. Just kind of curious if that was like telling it that this sensor goes to something. I think it's mostly decorative though. I almost sneezed there, so almost sneezed. Didn't think what happened though. It was close. And there's just so much stuff to look at here. So yeah, there's a decal in there too. I was looking at the square box inside the big round light there. Definitely cool. Let's go around this way. Medical bay. Oh, there's a room on the other side I think I failed to walk into, so I'll go back there too. So there, a full-blown medical bay here. Like the carpeting in there and all the specialized equipment. Yeah, looks complete. We got a shower right over in the back there as well, or decontamination shower, anti-radiation shower, basically. All right, here let's walk over here to the quarters. No, oh, that's cool. It's like a big HD TV out in front here. That's a nice way to go. Use one of these newer RE2 graphical things as like a television, or like a big one too, like home theater kind of setup over here. Very nice room. Lockers on the side there. All right, let's go forward in here. So it looks like we've got some part upgrade locations that looks like they would fit some. If I were to, oh man, maybe this is all about CPU. What a cool looking CPU rack. Oh, I like that. That's just a neat setup there. It looks very plausible, I guess, Yeah, so yeah, the CPU core room here. At first I walked in, I thought, wow, hey, that looks like a place you're going to put in like a medium shield part or something, but no, this is all about the CPU. Yeah, very cool CPU room. One of the best I've ever seen, I think. Cool looking stuff going on the top here too. Hard even to explain what you're seeing there, but it looks really nice. Oh, that's a trip. I walked in and it was like, whoa. Yeah, as soon as those lights come on, it changes the look here. But we got a so we're walking above a larger room downstairs there. But here we have shield parts, it looks like. And like that thing over there, that's cool. That's like a placeholder for another like shield part. And these are the big shield parts too, I believe. Yeah. So a couple like placeholders, a couple real ones in there. Got a gravity generator there, our warp drive. I think that's the advanced. It is. Okay. You can kind of tell by how the looks on the sides here. 2 gravity generators. That's a little odd. It looks right, you know, symmetry-wise, but I don't know why you'd have two there. But, yeah, it looks really cool. And, yeah, then our warp drive. Just so much to look at here. If you look at the details everywhere and these pillar beams coming down and all the stuff going on in the ceiling. Yeah, very, very cool. So that was all about CPU. Well, all about a lot of stuff, actually. Engineering, CPU room. We already been in the back, so let's go up another deck here. Try not to miss anything. So we're right out to the top area of the ship. There's a lower section of the ship I didn't get to yet, so... Hold on, let me get out of... Oh, no, we started at the bridge. Yeah, I'm going backwards. I gotta remember that. So, yeah. I guess the lower part of the ship would be at the lower part of the elevator. I'm just guessing. Let's go back this way first. So, yeah, we got a... It looks like a fusion reactor room similar to the last build we looked at. Kind of looks like it's set up right now with a small fusion reactor, but can fit the large fusion reactor in here if you need some more power. Also probably explains on this build why we're not seeing generators anywhere, because you won't really need that with that one. And we have a boarding ramp room here with a bunch of utility function in the area, plus production over here. Interesting. Oh, wow. Big side fuel area over here. Some controller. Yeah, it looks like it's mostly controllers over here. We got a deconstructor. Oh, kind of a spot for it over here. Or, yeah, it looks like it would fit a universal constructor actually right there. Interesting setup. Again, the smoke looks really cool. Let's go. I thought that said production, but I didn't really... besides the deconstructor, I didn't really see too much of the stuff in there. But it did have room to add in stuff. Yeah, this one's got more stuff. So we got our armor repair and armor locker. Advanced constructor over here. Walk to the front area here. A lot of storage controllers. Okay, and that just stops right there. And the ceiling, when I was up, I was walking over something below, and I haven't been there yet. So, no, I wasn't there. So let's go forward. Must be I was walking above this room here, I'm guessing. Yeah, there's the elevated area, and oh my gosh, okay, so this kind of like looks down over the same room with all the shield parts there, but from the bottom side. Very cool looking engineering room here. Yeah, I like that other part being used as placeholders for the shields as well. And yeah, those are the two gravity generators up there. Didn't even notice there's ladders on the side here too. And up front here we've got, wow, okay, so we've got these still considered the medium shield parts here. Wow, that's what I usually call them. Large. Well, they're all called large. The smalls are large, mediums are large, the large are large. So, always screws me up. But yeah, these would be, I guess what I would call medium shield parts. And you've got a bunch of slots here to add in more. It looks like 3 additional slots with 3 more medium shield parts. Main shield right here. Yeah, very cool. Very cool setup here. Alright, well, I think that's all the interior. I hope it is. Let's get the lights back on and take a look at some numbers here. Alright, unlock level 25, size class 6, 25 forward, 26 strafing, 25 lift, 25 reverse, 25 down, 20 fuel tanks, 4 oxygen tanks. Pretty big barrage of weaponry on here. Definitely for offensive operations. 13-hour and 7-minute build time. Obviously, too, we already flew through the front of the ship, seeing all the decoys and whatnot in there. Running only 4 quantum processors. Does obviously have a reactor core for the fusion reactor in there. and some other things. CPU-wise, Core 9 build here. That's cool. Get all this for Core 9 stock. I kind of dig that. It almost, looks like it would be more expensive CPU-wise than a Core 9. And it's not. So that is cool. I'm also glad the number was modified some on CVs here from 840,000 to 900,000 CPU. That was a fairly recent change in Reforging 2. Shield, stock shield, 73,055. Do have some P menu options here for quite a few things. Different weapons systems, a spotlight, constructor, and our deconstructor. Storage wise, we have nicely labeled storage setup as well. Different symbols, kind of done a little bit differently than the other one. I like all the color coding there. Really easy to read for sure. So we got cargo and resources both at 640. We've got ammo for like a bunch of different kinds of like weapons. 320k each or 4 ammo bays. I'm sorry, not 320k, 32k each. 32k each. Well, actually, ammo lasers is 320, and so is missiles. But then ammo light and ammo weapons are 32k. Interesting. Scroll this down. Everything's labeled in here. There's a lot of different storage stuff out here. I'm thinking the ones that would be your larger controllers are labeled here. So the other ones we're seeing are going to be boxes, basically. So that would make sense. This is a good amount of storage here at, let's see, 2 320s, 2 640s, and then a couple extra 32Ks in the mix there. So yeah, again, really, really cool ship here. This is the JLN POE MOS by RT. Very, very cool build. Looks like it would do the job in game just nicely too. Add a Core 9 at that. Alright, so what do we got for the next build here? It looks like, I think we're just going right down the list here. Let me get this one powered up. And this is the RE2 MLRS Catusa by author LAM or Lamb. And I probably screwed up the name. It's K-A-T Yosha or Catusa. Yeah, really cool. It almost kind of gives me a little bit, not exactly, but like it looks like it could kind of fit into a bit of a Star Trek verse, but not. I don't know. I get that because this part here kind of looks like it would be a little bit of a saucer with a rounded front, and then this would be a very unusual looking nacelle for a Star Trek build, but yeah, it's not that. It's not that. It looks really cool and interesting design here. I like that. Oh, I like the color differences over here too. Oh, this is we're looking at solid Xeno here. I see why it looks the way it is. It's all Xeno, and yeah, this is you can tell that texture, the Xeno texture. So that doesn't give the author very much options to put in all kinds of fancy textures on the build on the hull because of the blocks used, but they are strong blocks, and this is a combat ship, so that's what it's about. Yeah, really cool. Oh, look how it lands too. I didn't even notice that. We've got we got some of these blast doors that come down and work like landing gear here. It holds this part of the ship up, and then you got your actual landing gear on these nacelle sort of like structures. It's kind of set up. Obviously, this thing is full of weapons everywhere. Look at all these. Looks like all these missile launchers in this area here. That would look really cool to see in game too. In fact, I think one of the screenshots of the ship, you see it like shooting, and it looked really, really neat because of where all the projectiles are coming from, kind of wrapped around this formation here. Plus all your turrets all over the place. Really cool setup there. On the backside of the ship, I was kind of looking for its thrusters, and I guess we're seeing some here. We got our up and down thrusters here. They're actually kind of more of a It's like a greenish yellow. Oh, wow. Is there a sensor here that told that thruster to shut off if I'm here? I'm not sure. Yeah, like I come over here and they turn back on. If I get here, it shuts off. You know, that's an option to deal with. Let's say, for instance, you have a you got a thruster that's close to your interior space. You're really worried about frying the people that are using your ship when the thrusters are on. So, you know, you could always put in a sensor to turn off that particular thruster if you happen to be near it. That's some pretty good thinking. I see what's going on here now. Does it do it with all these? Not so much the outside ones, it looks like, but these inside ones it's doing that with. So yeah, that's a really neat option too. We got a long-range radar array behind this like industrial-looking cage section here on the back there, which looks pretty pretty armored as well. All right, so we got to fly through the front of the ship here. I want to check out its inside combat decoy sections, which I do believe it has, and definitely has. So we got a decoy generator, a couple decoy launchers over here. Looks like the main core is here. So if you took such catastrophic damage on the front, before it got to blowing up all your CPU blocks, hopefully it would take out the main core, and then people would stop shooting your ship. You got some decoy thrusters on the sides over here as well. I think these are turrets on the outside. Yeah, right there. So yeah, definitely made for a purpose here, and kind of looks like it would do quite well with that as well. All right, so let's get aboard here. I'm gonna start up this landing pad here. So yeah, right from the landing pad into the main bridge here, and a couple passenger seats. Again, it's all Xenoblock, so it's like your best, I believe, best hit point versus weight block in the game, and pretty much the whole ship looks like it's made out of it. So that's always a perk, especially for combat there. Let's see where these side doors go. Okay, more quick entry points into the bridge area, either side and the back. And let's get down here. So yeah, production. Oh, nice. We got a universal constructor, deconstructor, advanced constructor. Well, I didn't know we had spark emitter things. Were they always there? Did I just not ever see that before? That looks really cool. Yeah, I've seen these in this kind of stuff in other games. But yeah, I don't think I've seen this one. I know I've seen the smoke and I've seen some other emitters, but I don't think I've seen the sparks. However, I don't know how I'd feel about the CPU cores in the ship, kind of arcing out. It looks like you could have a fire hazard going on there. Just saying. All right, let's get in the back. Let's go this way. So we got a big engineering room over here. A couple big shield parts on the sides. You got a let's see, 1, 2, 3. Is that's a big one, isn't it? Hold on. We got our warp drive there. Main shield. I was just trying to determine. I think this is the large fusion reactor, but let's see. It's hard to tell how many blocks are here with that xenotecture. Yeah, I think it is. It's 5 across, isn't it? Yeah, 5 by 5. Big fusion reactor there. Again, the fusion reactors are a perk in the game too because they add to your shield recharge rate in game 2. So a regular generator won't do that. Oh, I like the lightning coming off from there too. Another extra visual effect added. Hold on, we've got some rooms way down here too. Ah, we got a medical bay over here. Very cool to see that as well. So set up with that. And what's going to... Oh, look at this angled hallway. Well, that's unique. We got a 22.5 degree angle, and then it goes to a 45 right here. And this also here, actually, we're walking into that very unique thruster area. Wow, it goes this. I didn't think the ship was this big. How are we still in the ship? Okay, okay, so yeah, it looks like those big areas with all the guns and stuff are like full-fledged interior space on the ship. I guess I didn't expect that. Let me look at where we're at. Yeah, we're definitely in that realm there. Oh yeah, yeah, this thing's pretty big. For some reason, it didn't look that big from the outside there. Interesting setup. So yeah, we're not even at the center point of the ship where we're at now. We'd have to cross all the way across here and then down the other side. You know, this side. Looks like we've got a bunch of cargo boxes in this room. Just kind of like a sort box sorting or storage area. We got that other angled hallway here going into the nacelle-like item on the other side there, and we can go all the way down and get out of the ship there too. So it actually has boarding ramps in those locations as well. Nope, not that way. All right, so let's put down jetpack. Okay, so it just goes this way. Oh, isn't that slick? Secret jetpack escape way. Oh, man. Hold on. Okay. Am I out of God mode? No. No, man. I want to get out of God mode. I have the jetpack on. If not, I'll just fall. That's alright. So, yeah. Yeah, when you want to get out of the ship really quick and raid that POI you're parked next to or whatever, you can go flying down here and go, woo! And then here we are. That's slick. Got some pretty unique features on here, I gotta say. That is cool. Alright, well anyway, let's get the lights back on. Take a look at some numbers here. Alright, unlock level 25, size class 5, 48 forward, 25 strafing, 33 lift, 48 reverse, 31 down. 16 fuel tanks, 6 oxygen tanks, whole bunch of guns. Don't want to label them all off there, but we got some heavies in there. 8 heavies in the mix. 21 hour and 4 minute build time. A lot of quantum processors, anti-gravity or anti-matter converters, not gravity. It is using some large auxiliary cores. Reactor core, we obviously did have the fusion reactor as well. CPU wise, pretty high up there in the CPU. Let's see how that oh, this does have a micro jump drive in it too. Still something I got to test in game. I think it would be really cool, especially for miners, but maybe for this as well. But like, you know, the asteroid you're trying to get to that's like 14K out, I believe you can just get there instantly in the same space sector with one of these parts. I believe that's how it works. I have yet to try one though. So core 17. So yep. Yeah, maxed out. Highest CPU I think you can produce in Reforged Eden 2 stock, at least, unless there's special server settings or something like that that could enhance that further. 98,072 on its main shield. I do have some P menu options for tool turret, so it's almost like it's got a multi-turret in their mix as well. Maybe. Actually does it. Yeah, it does. It does have that in there as well. Okay. One last thing. Let's take a look at the warp drive. And it does have an advanced warp drive stock as well. Pentaxid tank, 1K. Is this a unique Pentaxid tank, or is this just the normal one? I've never seen it anyone actually put how much storage a Pentaxid tank has in it. So it made me question it a little bit. That's cool. All right. Well, oh, storage. Yeah, I did not look at the storage yet. So let's check that out. All right. So we've got right and left 320k ammo box. Got some other boxes. We got a blocks and device 640k controller. Harvest bay at 320k. Input over here at 640k. I don't see an output. I was looking for an output in there too, but no. So it looks like two 640s for your main stuff. Then you got the three 320s, 2 ammo, 1 harvest, plus some sort boxes. So yeah, set up really nice. Cool, cool build. Really is quite innovative. And I know, I mean, just, going with the choice of using Xeno for like pretty much your whole hull material puts you kind of at a disadvantage on looks, but you know, you did a really good job with it too. I mean, considering you have hardly any credible Xeno block texturing options, it looks really good for being a Xeno hull build for sure. So yeah, again, this is the RE2 MLRS Catusa by LAM, or LAM. Very, very cool build. All right, so on to the next one here. So I bet you all can kind of guess what the name of this ship is, mostly. So this is definitely from the Star Trek verse, but kind of a little smaller version of it, as in even its name. This is the Defiant Mini Starter RE2 by Gram, or GRAM. There's some author names, new authors this time too. It's love seeing it. Do I have my light on? I do have my light on. Let me turn that off. And yes, this absolutely looks like the Defiant. I believe that was in Deep Space Nine as its primary show, but it could be in other ones. Not sure, but I definitely recall seeing the original one in Deep Space Nine. Very cool. Yeah, I like how this ring up here, and yeah, all the shaping's really cool. Thruster housings off to the side over here. That's a big old bright light there. That must be one of those new industrial spotlights chilling out right there. Oh, the back, yeah, kind of lit up like glowy over here where the actual thrusters would be on the ship. And there is actually, of course, a real thruster in there too. I don't know if it's got a placeholder for a secondary one next to it. So I'll try and see. It doesn't look like it right now, but maybe we'll know more looking at the interior. But yeah, very, very cool looking ship. Yeah, and miniaturized. I mean, obviously Star Trek ships are generally pretty good size. The Defiant is certainly a smaller one of the Star Trek ships, but it was still like got. I looked at the original specs of it because I thought about building the Defiant at one point in time. And if you're doing it right, I believe it has four decks on it. Excuse me. And it's actually a pretty big ship. It actually would make a, if you're trying to do it to scale in Empyrion, it would be a very big ship. So this one is the Mini, which is size-wise to be a lot more usable in game. That's for sure. And yeah. Really good job on the body. It looks great. The blockwork and whatnot, all the shaping and stuff is, looks like it's right on, especially at a miniature scale. All right, so flying around here, I got to figure out how to get aboard. There it is. Oh yeah. Oh, look at all the stuff on the bottom here. That looks nice. Like the stripes in there and how that's set up. Got some texture lights in the mix. Oh, look at all the decals kind of going across that area. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Let me adjust the lights. And yeah, as soon as you come in, it looks like we already got utility, shower, and med bay. As soon as you walk in the door, that is thinking ahead there. Usually, Yeah, I get it. Usually when you're coming back into a ship from doing something in the game, you got diseases and radiation and half dead. So yeah, that's really helpful to be able to get all cured up right away. And then what? Oh wow, we got a star map done up on an LCD here. I recognize some of the graphics from some other LCD sets. This looks new to me down over here. Yeah, really cool. Oh, even animated. You know, again, I'm going to stress the point. I mean, to the author that made a lot of these LCDs, this was a lot of work. I mean, do not underestimate how much work that was. And not fun work. Like, generally very, well, at least in my opinion, very frustrating work to do. So cool to see this kind of stuff. I mean, technically speaking, I know of how to make something like this. It's just, you know, to make one like this with the shape and all the stuff going on in here. I mean, I could probably take 10 hours to do it. Or it just, wow. No, this is cool. This whole wall is basically a giant display and animated stuff in it at that. And the animated, it's basically, there's two LCDs and then you got a circuit in the ship that's like switching one off and the other one on, and it does it like every second. And I think you can set some of those settings there on how quick it is, and that's what's actually happening. It's not like the one LCD itself has some kind of animation sequence to it. It's actually two LCDs and it's toggling between them all the time, but you don't notice, and it looks like it's animated at the end. And that's how that's done. That's how this is done over here as well. And that's even, you know, take however long the LCD took to make in the first place and make it take even longer to do. But man, is that impressive. I mean, that is one of the cool things about the game. I mean, you could do this with it, which is pretty wild. All right, so over on this. Interesting colors in here. I like, yeah, interesting way. I mean, these are all part holder locations, but I've never seen it done quite this way before. With like a block, like shield. Now, obviously, a shield goes here. You got our main core right beyond there. Oh, that is wild. So I believe you replace a lot of this for. I don't know what all the symbols mean right now, so I'm just, I don't know. I'd have to. I wonder if there's a log somewhere in the ship that tells you what all the initials mean. Basically, they are all over the place. So there's like, looks like there's stuff that goes everywhere, which is really cool for upgrading the ship. Yeah, this would be our warp drive room over here. I could pretty much identify that by the size. Looks like it's actually running some RCS in the build here too. A couple RCS units. Over here would be R. You know, I run into this all the time. Well, after the video. Oh wait. Oh, duh. Hold on. It's all right here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was thinking. You know, with all the crazy work on LCDs, that this is gonna have to have information on what all the symbols are. And I think even beyond that, besides telling you what all the letters actually mean, I believe it's actually telling you like how many you could put in there. 1, 2, 1, like I don't know. That's like extra information there on the sides, like how many you can add on each slot. Like some of these are multiple slots. ILG improved light generator. I see what's going on here. Wow. And then it kind of breaks it all down into normal English over on this side here. Yeah, really cool. Really cool. I didn't know what to expect on the inside of this ship. That's two. Yeah, okay. So yeah, Defiant. Just really tweaked out. Really tweaked out in here. Nope, that's a fuel tank. All right, I keep on trying to walk into things. All right, so let's see. Now this elevator doesn't actually go up too much. So right up to the pilot seat, right up here. 2 passenger seats on the side there. So you kind of overlook the big display. I'm not in God mode. Right over here when you're flying the ship around. So yeah, really cool. I'm just kind of curious. I'm gonna just kind of fly, go through the hall a little bit. Okay, yeah, just the one deck, just the one deck. So yeah, really cool. Didn't expect that. So yeah, huge amount of LCD work going on in there. Looks super cool. A lot of upgrade ability on the ship as well. All right, let's look at the numbers here. So unlock level 15. So yeah, it's not trying to like be crazy with it. So unlock level or anything. More of a, yeah, it's kind of like a starter ship, more or less. 15 on the unlock level, just size class 1, or about 1.5. 32 forward, 7 strafing, 17 lift, 14 reverse, 14 down. 6 fuel tanks, 2 oxygen tanks. Does not come with any weaponry stock. Pretty light on the resource costs stock. Does I think the most rarest complicated thing in here is 2 plasma converters, which isn't much. I believe you can just buy those at a store or find them in loot boxes in game. Wow, CPU is really low too. I guess that makes sense. Looks like it's core 1, or I'm sorry, yeah, core 1, or just your main core, and 206,000 CPU is where it's set at. And here, just to confirm, excuse me, still trying to get over some nastiness. Yeah, just a core 1 here. Did not have a warp drive in its stock either. So, did it have a shield stock? No, yeah, does not have a shield stock in here either. So, basically, yeah, it's definitely a starter-like build. You get it in pretty quick and easy. Still needs some stuff a little bit, but, you know, it's pretty light. There's a lot more crazier resources to bring in than what's there. Storage. Defiant Mini. So we've got an ammo controller at 55k. Looks like we got 75k storage controller and a 63k storage controller and a 62k harvest controller in the mix. Yeah, again, very cool. Very cool. Like all that LCD work on the inside there too. Very cool. All right, so again, this is the Defiant Mini Starter. I guess it does say starter right in the name now, doesn't it? RE2 by Graham. Very cool build. All right, so the next one here, we're getting there. There's quite a few larger builds to look at today. So here we've got the BFS Ailla. Yeah, I think I said that right. By Bubbo Ferro. BUBO, and then space FERRO. So this is certainly right out of Star Wars here. Familiar with this ship too. I've seen that before. The color scheme on this one's a little different with that big red stripe going around here. This would be more of a rebel ship, I do believe. Blockworks looks really good on it. Like these this triple thrusters set up on the back here. Actually, there's some little thrusters down in there too. These are, yeah, real thrusters over here, I believe. Yeah, it looks really cool. Oh, I like that strafing thruster there too. Really cool profile, and I mean, it's a really cool looking ship to start with. Obviously, this would be more of a replica, I do believe, of, you know, a Star Wars ship. Obviously, you got to take some liberties with the replica, but yeah, this is looking really cool. Look at that round block formation around the thruster there too, and then the extra texture lights on the inside, and of course the Star Wars typical wedge shape setup. And this is using, where is it? I think it is. I think this is using your structural ramp blocks in here. Yeah, these are, so normal, yeah, these are 3 blocks. So it's beyond 22.5 degree angling. using Reforged Eden and Reforged Eden 2 specific structural ramp blocks to create that, which is really cool. It's you know, you kind of got to use that on Star Wars ships to really get the angles, anything close to the ships in the movies and shows. Oh, strafing thruster back in here too. Oh, that's sneaky. Oh yeah. So we got the one visible strafing thruster and the other one over there. Yeah, very cool. I definitely like the looks of this. Again, the block work looks really, really good on it. And again, I kind of like the red accents on here too. Kind of sets it a little bit different, you know, a little more colorful than what you normally see, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe this is perfect from a particular show or movie. Nice looking bridge. I like the inverted heavy glass windows there. Got radar up top here. And it is the fake one. But this one's not. Okay, yep, that makes sense. That's cool how that was done. So it does have a real long-range radar. It does have a multi-turret right up top there for some salvaging. Obviously, a lot of rocket launchers over here. Oh, I like... Oh, that looks really cool, too. I just kind of... yeah, like some big circles there with really cool the way it's textured with the texture light going along the bottom side of that. Around the sphere, half sphere formation there. Yeah, very nice, very nice. Look at the bottom side here a second. A lot of stuff going on down here as well. Got some things and lots of different block work. I like the roundy turret. Excuse me. I apologize for coughing. Again, I've been trying to get over something, and it's taking its sweet old time there. All right. So here it looks like a good entry point. Let's adjust the lights here a sec. Yeah, I'm gonna raise up the lighting a little bit on the outside, I think. Something like that. Oh, I like the kind of carpeted fancy floors here. Yeah, it looks nice. Looks very Star Warsy. Coming in already. So what do we got here? Looks like a nice, like a break room cafeteria kind of place. We do got some real parts in here too. Obviously, fridge, food processors, armor, and weapon lockers. So yeah, a little more than just a place to sit and chill. It's a place to get your armor on and whatnot. So we got O2 and med bay right over there. I like how the we got the angled walkway here too. The angled walk pass, pretty cool. What just happened? Alright, so I wasn't in God mode and I fell through the floor. Is that a new feature? Hold on. No, I'm not even on the same level I was. What was I? Yeah, I came in here. Let's do that again. I don't know what happened. There's blocks here. But they don't work as blocks. Okay. That's a new one. It's not the author's fault again. It's that shouldn't happen. So yeah, another weird bug. Never seen that one before though. Never seen it before. I guess I never tried to walk or top that particular block before. But it appears that it doesn't have collision on the top side of it. Because you just fall right through it. Let me do it over here, that whole hallway's like that. Yeah, no collision on the top of that block. Never knew it. I mean, that block's been around for quite a long time. I had no idea you could fall through the top of it. So, interesting. Interesting on that. So over here we got a gravity generator. Cool looking display on that. I mean, obviously this block's really cool to do these hallways with a lot of, like, you know, polygon detail to them. So it looks really nice, but yeah, I didn't realize that the collision's not working on it. Or maybe it's just a creative thing. I don't know. Again, I've been experiencing some other bugs with sensors and stuff too, so it wouldn't surprise me. That's... Oh, wait. Okay, so now I'm... Yeah, let's get back out of God mode. I want to see... So, this hallway on this side might be the same as the other one. Or not. No, I'm not falling through the floor. Looks really cool, though. I mean, all this stuff does look really cool. I like the way the texture lights are done. Kind of, yeah, I looped around to this side. And over here, we got a medical bay. Yeah, got our 4 specialized pieces there. We got a fridge in here. Seen a lot of use of these newer light fixtures that were added to the game. I used them too before too, so yeah. Obviously, us builders, we like the options of having all kinds of neat things. So back over here, okay, so we just kind of came to the other side here. Now, obviously, on the back of the ship, we got a couple landing pads over here. That's why these doors come into the ship here. All right, so I just gotta find out something here. Oh, a shower and toilet right as you walk in over here too. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the area. Wow, how did I even get here? I didn't think there was a room here. I guess I walked here. That would explain it. But we got a CPU core room right here. That's really cool. I like how this is done up too on the inside with the... Interesting. Command deck would be up. Oh, there's an elevator right there. Medical facility and common room. So, hold on. I just want to see if I fall through the floor again. Yep, okay. I just want to confirm it. Again, it's not the author's fault. That shouldn't happen. Alright, so, elevator. The elevator, it looks like you got to leap a little bit to get to it. So, probably have a jetpack on. And looks like we go right up to here. Right up to the bridge. So, yep. Bridge, we got a couple passenger seats. I kind of like that wide bridge like this. Would feel more like a, I don't know, like a sailing cargo ship or something like that. The way this is set up. So you can kind of see around. Oh, we got a bunch of doors here too. Oh, we got rooms right off the bridge. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's cool. Got a computer, bedroom over there. And on this side. Like the window by the bed there too. Nice touch. Here, I think I'm out of God mode again. Yep. And then up. Okay, so quick access into the bridge from outside. Okay, so we're all the way back down. All right, what I'm going to try to do here, I don't want to fall through. There's a lot more ship. I just didn't get there yet. So, let's see, this is where I fall through the floor, I think. So I'm going to stay in God mode here. And let's get down over to here. Oh, yeah. Very Star Wars looking here. So we got a hangar door? Oh, big old ramp here, too. Wow. Oh, and another. Wow, where did all this come from? Yeah, the ship was actually kind of a decent size, you know. I just didn't realize it had this in it. I didn't even see it. And that was on the, wow, in this section here on the inside. Oh, that's cool. So it's, yeah, multiple, like, hangar bays that kind of link together. One of them has a big ramp to bring in, like, HVs from outside as well. And we got, looks like a big shield room here. Actually, I'm sorry, turbine. Oh, there's collision on that. Doesn't let you walk up there. Unless you crouch, okay. And we got room for another advanced plasma turbine over there. You know, out of all the things, you know, the game doesn't have collision on a lot of things that it should correctly. And the things that it shouldn't have much good collision on, it actually does, like this. That's weird. It's just it's a little backwards there. Over here we've got, wow, yeah. So it's really set up for a lot of turbines. Wow, yeah. They're all big ones, aren't they? That's more than 4, right? Or no, it's just, looks like there's 3 large ones in here and 3 large ones in the next room over. I'll look at the device menu later to figure that out, but I would say I thought they were limited to 4 as a part count. That looks really cool. Again, I like, yeah, all this cosmetic stuff going on this ship here is really neat. Oh, look at that angled door for the shower. What's over here? Oh, okay. This floor should be good. If I was up there, hold on. No, what the? See, it's the same blocks here as what was on the other side, but I fell through the ones on the other side. How does that work? I don't know. I do not know. Yeah, that looks neat though. I like all the surface detail using those blocks there. Definitely. Thruster access room over here. I'm a little lost at this point too, but I don't think I'm too far gone yet. So this, so the hangar goes on the front, and we're back up into the carpeted area back over here. So we kind of took a big tour around the ship there. Let me get into God mode, fly around a little bit. Maybe some of these turbines. Oh, some of these are shield parts. That's why it's not exceeding the parts thing. It's some of them are shields. So that would explain it. So there's 4 big turbines. And what the other parts that I was looking at from that angle are actually shield parts. So that makes sense. That makes sense. And then you got additional shield part locations back over here. Or medium plasma turbines. Just kind of flying around the hull a little bit here. And yeah, it looks like I hit everything, I think, in the build. Yeah, very, very cool ship. Very cool ship. Let's take a look at some numbers here. So, unlock level 25, size class 10. 46 forward, 30 strafing, 31 lift, 30 reverse, and 31 down. 8 fuel tanks, 6 oxygen tanks. Does have a legit long-range radar. We've seen that on the hull. And you do have some weaponry. It's not like a super amount of weaponry on here. Right off the gates, but looks like you could certainly add more as well if you wanted to. Reactor core was running a fusion reactor in there. 4 quantum processors. Could be a core 9. Let's find out. Yep, core 9 on the nose. Dialed in, rated only 10,000 under the core 9 spec, so totally set up right. Warp drive. I usually like to check this too. Does have the advanced 60 light year warp drive in stock. Stock shield, 101,143 on here. So biggest shield I've seen today so far, stock at least, for CV. Storage wise, yeah, we're looking at the right ship. All right, ammo controller. 254K. I got another controller at 619K. Harvest controller at 320. And I think beyond that, we're looking at boxes. And we'll sort boxes. And our big taxi tank. So yeah, very, very cool Star Wars build. Definitely like the, yeah, it just looks neat. So that's a cool looking ship, cool looking block work done throughout the ship. I like the use of, in this case especially, of using the structural ramp blocks to create that 3-to-1 angle versus the 2-to-1 that you get out of 22.5 degree blocks stock in the game. So basically saying this angle here wouldn't be possible in the default game. But yeah, even adding that one angle makes ships like this a lot more possible to build, which is really, really cool. And yeah, and there's that, yeah, here's the hangar thing I didn't really even notice when I was looking at the outside of the ship there. The whole front area is like this big hangar with multiple like doors that would close in there. All right, well, let me power this one off. We got one more build to look at this week here, and that would be right over here. I found this in new releases, and I was really curious. So this here is the Scarab RE2 by Razgaur, or R-A-Z-G-A-U-R. So, yeah, like a new Scar combat CV. It does have some resemblances to the Scar Raider a little bit, but it looks like it was heavily modified from that. Yeah, everything looks kind of different. There are some overall shape is kind of similar to the Scar Raider. The only reason I know that is because, yeah, I made it. But it's way different. It is way different. I mean, there's probably so many blocks that are different on this build versus that one that it's really hard to even tell. I'm just kind of looking at like the overall general size and shape of it, but all the features are all different. So yeah, it's very, very unique from that other build. And it's fitting too, because it would look like it would be, right on point there with Scar. And this thing's got a lot of guns on. I'm just looking at all the weapons. We got a bunch of launchers up front here, a lot of turrets throughout the whole top part of the hull, underside of the hull, in between the hull and the underside. if there's a place where you could fit a turret, it's got one. So yeah, it looks like it would be pretty nasty to come across this, or to come across this in game, especially if it was not your friend. Very, very cool. Very cool. It is neat to see this kind of thing. It just is. It just always have a good old time with that. Underside, I mean, there's detail and stuff everywhere. I mean, again, I think it's taken some cues from the Scar Raider, but it's so much different at the same time. I don't think there's too many blocks that are the same throughout the build, but the overall shape is kind of following it somewhat, basically. If that makes any sense to you. Back here, you know what? I have that one. So, Scar Raider. So yeah, here was the original, and here's the newer one. Obviously, it's dramatically different, but at the same time, if you look at like the overall shape and even like it on the backside, everything's different about it though. Look at that. Even the thrusters back here are at different angles than the thrusters over here. So like, I mean, it's completely like rebuilt. Like it's almost, I'm starting to think it's an entirely different ship. And like this one over here had its bridge up here. This one obviously doesn't. Instead it has it back over here. So yeah, very, very unique to the original. That's cool. That is really cool to see. It really is. I mean, yeah. And this isn't a replica of that either. It's a different ship. So I say original, and I don't even know if there's any. I don't know. I don't think this could be an entirely different build. So it's not even like anything's the same as the original. I just checked some other things like thruster locations. So we got lift thrust there. Kind of do over here too, but not the same. Like strafing thruster here. That does line up. So that part's, but it's like everything is different around it. I mean, all the blocks are different. So yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I don't know what to say. It's just, it's so unique from this one, but yet at the same time, it's got similarities for sure. So it just really neat. It's just really neat. All right. Well, anyway, let's get aboard here and see what's happening on the inside. Me here, I'll get here first, and let's adjust the lighting. Holy smokes. All right, so we've got a lot to look at as soon as we walk in the hangar here. Wow, there's got catwalks up there and all kinds of stuff. Big old LCD repair bay. This looks like our greetings, Captain. This is the way of the Scar. A lot to read here. This is cool. Barrel. Interesting. Different look on the inside of the hangar area too. I mean, again, it's almost like it's an entirely different ship. It just has, you know, overall shape similarities to the other one. But I don't think there's anything the same here at all on outside or inside of the ship. Got a gravity generator up on the ceiling there. Looks like a small shield part up there on this catwalk that goes way up there. And curvy staircase going to here. A large shield. Okay, large shield upgrade part location. Keep in mind the other ship over there too was built for vanilla a long time ago before there was all these parts to put in, so it wouldn't have any of them. Yeah, another large shield location there. All right, let's get through the greeting and right into a big old production area and a medical bay. So, yep, all our goodies in here. And out here we've got a food processor and looks like an advanced constructor. Some more boxes, armor repair, warp drive right over there. We even got a grow plot section right here. And an interesting walk path tunnel. Oh, that's wild. So this goes to, looks like a front entry ramp on the build right over here. And it's got your utility once you walk in. That's interesting. That is really interesting. What's going on around this side here? So more small shield parts up in there. These almost look like they'd be like grow lights, you know. But no, that's just the room lighting. Oh, we got the upstairs area there too. And of course, this does have a fusion reactor in here, a small fusion reactor. And more shield parts. And our teleporter, kind of missed that right by the door there. And let's get to the next deck here. So yeah, this also goes out to the scaffolding in the hangar area. It's really cool to see. Like all the railings and stuff are done in here. Oh wow! Oh, large shield upgrade slot over on the sides there too. We got here, looks like, oh, fancy crew room. Nice. Oh, CPU block in there too. Now it looks like the CPU blocks are kind of distributed mostly on this deck, it looks like. So we got some over here. We got our main shield. And the rest of the CPU core blocks are right around the area here. They're more health and O2. Main core right over here. More of a multi-person bedroom. Armor or weapon locker right over there as well. And this goes up more to here, which is the bridge. Nice. Yeah, very, very different. Wow. I mean, it kind of looks like it would be the same, you know, faction set as the Raider. But, I mean, again, it's an entirely different ship. I mean, inside and out. I mean, just to show you how much different this one is. This is what the bridge looks like on this ship. And then it's got, like, a lot more emphasis on growing plots and stuff. But, I mean, yeah, what you just seen there, completely different ship. I guess, yeah, this one did have CPU cores kind of in this general area. Been a while since I looked at this one. quite honestly. Hangar, yeah, hangars was pretty tall hangar in this one. It did have some scaffolding, but it's all different. I mean, everything about it's different. So cool, so cool. So all right, let's look at the numbers here. So unlock level 25, size class 5, 41 forward, 13 strafing, 41 lift, 21 reverse, 10 down, 16 fuel tanks, 12 oxygen tanks, a lot of guns, whole lot of guns on here. Obviously some of these are some of the newer RE2 weaponry and things like that. 9-hour and 3-minute build time. Does use 4 quantum processors. We did have that reactor core in there. Or fusion reactor, I should say. So I think this is a Core 9 by looking at it. Yep, Core 9, 900,000, dialed right into the 900,000. Stock shield, 44,674 on here. Let me check. Been getting in the habit of checking the warp drive. Okay, standard 30 light year warp drive on this one. And let's take a look at the storage. Alright, so we got an ammo controller at 165K. Container controller over here at 271K. Got a harvest controller at 320K. And I think that's it for the controllers. The rest of them are going to be your sort boxes and things. So yeah, again, very, very cool. It's like a sister ship to the Raider, or just a newer RE2 version, sort of, but it's not the same ship. It's just similar, sort of, in size and stuff, but it's just a different ship. Really, really cool. Really, really cool build there. One thing I just want to check over here. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. It's all set. But other than that, that is the last build today to look at. A lot of really, really cool builds this week. Fun touring all these creations here. I definitely like to see that. And it's nice to see occasionally, like, this reminds me of a little bit of an old school tank that I haven't seen in a while, because they all got really, well, I've seen a lot of small ones. And that one's actually like pretty good size. So that was kind of pleasant to see as well. So other than that, you all have yourself a wonderful weekend. One thing, as in a stream today, this video is taking so long. I was going to do a stream later today. It's already like 2 o'clock my time. I didn't get started till late. I don't think I'm going to get a chance to do a stream today. But I should be doing a stream with Excalibur tomorrow, playing actually 7 Days to Die. So, different game. But I will get another stream out pretty soon on building in EGS. Maybe I'll try to do it over the weekend if I can. Other than that, you all have yourself a wonderful weekend again, and I'll talk to you later.